mind is alienated
Okay.
from God.
Okay.
So I'm going to call myself a sinner, and I'm going to call you a sinner.
Okay.
God ain't doing me a sinner.
Okay.
God's not doing any injustice.
Okay. Okay.
So man now will constantly come up with concepts to hinder him from moving closer to God, who's not going to call him that.
Okay.
So man now walks around with all these different titles and these stories. And
Now-
I heard today about a fairy tale.
Can I respond?
Go on.
Does Scripture say that? What you just said.
Get me.
So, for example, Scripture says all have sinned.
It does
that
say-
include
it
you?
does say that.
Does that include Anthony?
Huh?
Does that include Anthony?
Yeah. I'll
Right.
say yes.
So,
At that time,
right?
yes.
No. Oh, no. Wait. No. Does it include Anthony?
At that time when I knew nothing, yes.
So when did it stop including you?
No, God has never called me a sinner, but it's just that I'm stuck in this
I just
particular.
showed you that the Scripture says that you are. That the all includes Anthony.
No, I
So that's
understand.
what
No,
you
I
said.
understand
Right.
that. But that me, which is the real me, that which is raised from the dead, no, never been a sinner.
No. I'm just trying to establish. Does that include you at the time? What do you want to say at the time? But did it include you at the time? Is that how you want to put it?
I don't believe it refers to me.
Why not?
Or the real me. No.
How does all not
No.
include all?
Yes, but you must, if you understand very clearly, when it talks about, remember it says all things are passed away.
Mhm.
All things.
Yeah.
So we're talking about an individual who is.
But that's when you're renewed in Christ. It said you become new creatures in Christ. That's when
Yeah.
you become. But you have to do something to become a new
Yeah.
creature in Christ. It doesn't happen automatically.
Yeah, but my point is that when you've had Adam, right, and you got Adam, and Adam says, and God says to Adam in Genesis, "Where are you?" And he says, "I am afraid." And then we read in the book of Timothy, where he says, "God has not given me a spirit of fear." So which is correct? That which is fear with Adam, or that spirit God did not give me? And I'd rather go with that because the new represents how it always was. It's just that we fell into the old. And we started making up concepts.
But it doesn't say that. That's what I'm saying. That's
does say
all fine
that.
what you're saying, but it doesn't say what you just said. There's no
Because
justification for what you just
then
said.
why would it say in Hebrews,
Yeah.
if the first law was able to do it, why was there need for another?
Again, you're mixing up lots of scriptures that are not.
But does it say this?
That are not correlate. Yes, it does.
Okay.
But you're mixing up scriptures that doesn't correlate.
And how does it mix up?
No, scriptures don't correlate because first of all, it says all have sinned.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, I asked you if that includes you. You said yes. Does it include you? I'm asking again. The
Yeah,
all have sinned. Does it include you as well?
I would say
Because if
this-
not, how does all not mean include you?
Yeah, I understand it.
Right.
That all does include,
Right,
that would
okay.
include me.
Right.
But what I've realized at the end of the day, that all is for people who are not connected with God. Then you start to
We're all
realize
disconnected with God.
No,
That's
no,
the starting point.
right.
That's what
We
scripture
didn't
says.
pick no one out though.
Yeah, we're all
we're
disconnected.
means all.
alienated. We're alienated
Yeah, that's
by our
disconnected.
own minds. It's not God calling me a sinner.
No.
That's
That's
what I'm trying to say to you.
God does call you sinner
No,
when He says
God
all
don't
have
call me.
sinned.
Show me a scripture in the New. Watch this.
Yeah?
Show me in the script. Show me in
Right,
the New
here he goes now,
Testament
here he goes now.
where God calls one person a sinner.
So now he's being